Okay, well that was really interesting. Now to me, that just sounded like the organ. So what's going on there? Hello there and welcome back to my channel. Yes, it's time for another reaction from me. If you're not familiar with my content, my name is Claire. I'm a flute player from Hull in the East Yorkshire in the UK, and I love to produce Flutifull covers and lots of other content related to the flute and flute playing, so do go and check that out when you get the chance. So today's reaction has been suggested by Flutifull fan David. Thank you so much for this, David. And if you have a suggestion for something you'd like me to react to, then do check out the description and the comment section down below, where there's a form where you can fill in and send directly to me, and let's see if your reaction will be next. So today's reaction is, well, it's pretty epic, folks. This track is 23 minutes long, so I suggest that you grab yourself a brew, hopefully Yorkshire, okay, and settle in for this one, because yes, I'm going to be going through the whole track. So today's track is Supper's Ready by the prog rock band Genesis. It was recorded for their 1972 studio album Foxtrot, and as I say, it's 23 minutes in length, which, Flutifull fact, folks, makes it the band's longest recorded song and almost takes up the entire second side of the original vinyl. Frontman Peter Gabriel wrote the lyrics, which mainly describe a personal journey of scenes from the Book of Revelation and good versus evil, with several real-life experiences providing further inspiration. And of course, it's Peter Gabriel who plays the flute on this track as well. So I can't wait to get started. Settle in, folks. Are you ready? Here we go.
Old Michael walked past the pet shop, which was never open, into the park, which was never closed. And seeing the park was very clean, very green, and very smooth, he took off all his clothes and began to rub his body into the clean, wet, green grass. He accompanied himself with a little tune. Went like this.
Interesting start there.
Beneath the ground, the creatures below, commonly known to us as worms, interpreted the pitter-patter from above as rainfall. Rainfall means two things: mating, bath time. They enjoyed both simultaneously. Within seconds, the entire clean, green, smooth surface of the park was a mass of dirty, brown, writhing objects. Old Michael continued to rub his flesh into the ground. This time he looked even happier, and he whistled a little tune. It went like this. Yeah, it's a bit faster, isn't it, Phil? Faster, Phil. No. This, to us, was perhaps Jerusalem boogie, but to the birds it meant supper is ready.
Across the sitting room, I turn the television off. Sitting beside you, I look into your eyes. As the sound of motor cars fades in the night time, I swear I saw your face change. It didn't seem quite right. And it's hello, babe, with your guardian eyes. out in the garden, the moon seems very bright. 6 saintly shrouded men move across the lawn slowly. The 7th walks in front with a cross held high in hand, and it's hello me, your supper's waiting for you. Hey my baby, don't you know our love is true? I'd be so far from here, far from your warm arms. It's good to feel you again. It's been a long, long time.
Okay, I might just stop it there a second because it sounds like it's going to maybe pick up a little bit. So we had that kind of interesting introduction to the song, which I don't know. I don't know if that really added anything to it, whether it was really completely necessary. I think we kind of getting the idea of it as it goes along, and in 23 minutes, I think by the end of it, we'd like to think we'd got the gist of it. I'm struggling a little bit with some of the tuning. I know this is a live performance and it's 1972, but there is some tuning issues in the vocal and the guitars, and I really don't like that little whoop thing that he does. I'm just going to say it. I know I'm probably going to get slated by lots of you in the comments, and that's absolutely fine. But to me, it doesn't really add anything, and it's very obscure in the middle of that kind of serene opening. I don't know. It's probably something to do with the story, but to me, it's kind of distracting. So anyway, let's carry on. Okay, so I have to say I'm enjoying it a lot more now. I'm enjoying it a lot more. The layers are really, really gorgeous. Now we've got those backing vocals in, just giving it a bit more, kind of joining it all together a little bit more. It really nice atmospheric texture. And of course, a little bit of flute just crept in there. I'm not sure that kind of added anything. You couldn't really hear it in the mix. Again, you know, this is a live performance. I understand that, but yeah, maybe you just wanted to blow a few notes and check that it was working. I don't know. It seemed a little bit odd to just have a tiny, tiny little bit of flute there. But anyway, maybe we need to judge that when I've heard more. So let's carry on.
For all his harvest, look softer than the fire. Can't you see he's fooled you all? Yes, he's here rocking. Can't you see he's fooled you all? Cherish peace, sign the lease. He's a supersonic scientist. He's a guaranteed eternal sanctuary man. Into my mouth he cries. And all the children just how many miles. I bet my life you walk inside, hand in hand, land in glad, with a spoonful of miracle. It's a guaranteed eternal sanctuary.
I'm just going to stop it one more time before, because I think we're about to get some flute. So, yeah, loving this section as well. The transitions between the sections are great. Really, really well done. And that's not easy in this kind of music. I really like the use of the organ. I'm a sucker for organ in this kind of music anyway. I love it. And I love the sound of this. It's not got any vibrato on it. It's a straight sound, which is more unusual in this kind of era. But it's a real kind of thick, rich sound, which I think suits the track really well. And it's being used in a kind of as the icing on the top, bop, 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 those little interjections, which is really nice and again quite unusual. The organ is often used as the thing that kind of binds the track together, but it's not here, and you can really hear it. And yeah, it just stood out as being a really nice sound, and I'm just really loving the texture here. So anyway, we're about to get some flute. Here we go.
Wearing feelings.
Okay, so still a short bit of flute, but a bit more than we had last time. So maybe this is going to be the thing. We're going to have a little bit more until we get like a whole concerto at the end. I don't know, but yeah. Again, it's not very loud in the mix. I'm really struggling to hear it. I wish the mix engineer had kind of done something about that. Anyway, from what I'm hearing, it's quite a hollow sound that he's using, which basically means there's probably not a great deal of breath support going on there. There's quite a lot of air in the sound. Now, that might be the sound that he wanted, or it might suggest that at this point he was still developing his sound. Have to admit, I'm not familiar with Peter Gabriel's playing. I know he played the flute in Genesis in the early years, but I haven't, other than that, I don't really know much about it. So, yeah, I would be interested to know that. It's definitely not a big sound. It's very straight and it's quite airy, which kind of suits the track. But I could definitely do with more of it in the mix, because I don't know about you, but I'm really struggling to hear it.
My faces when our faces took a rest. We walked across the fields to see the children of the West. Summer homes to dark skinned warriors standing still below the ground.
Okay, well, that was really interesting. Now, to me, that just sounded like the organ. So, what's going on there? Was he making a sound? It seemed like it was being played on the organ, but he was definitely moving his fingers at the right time. But I couldn't hear any flute. Again, it might be just that the flute's so low in the mix that I just can't hear it. The other thing I'll comment on while we've stopped here is his posture. Now, many of you who've seen my reaction video to Chicago, which I'll post the link up the top if you want to watch it, where I was horrified at the flute player's posture. This is the complete opposite. We've got kind of textbook posture. He's really, really straight. And that tends to be how posture is perceived as being textbook, as being correct. Now, I don't personally feel you have to be exactly that straight to have great posture and for it to work. But in this case, it certainly seems to suit him, I would say, although like I'm questioning the sound. I think his sound could be further developed, but the posture is very, very 45-degree angle, and it doesn't seem to be causing him any tension. So anyway, thumbs up for posture from me. Let's carry on. Just have to say, I'm really enjoying his slightly awkward dancing. He's so tall, isn't he? I'd never realised how tall he was. That really, that slightly awkward dancing, the fact that he's doing it at the back as well, as if to say, I just want to hide, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's cool, and it makes me feel like I can dance a little bit, because I'm a hopeless dancer. So anyway, I just had to comment on that.
Wandering in the chaos, the battle's left. We climb up the mountain of human flesh to a plateau of green grass and green trees full of life. young figure sits still by a pool. He's been stamped human bacon by some butchery tool. He is here. Social security took care of this lad. We watch in reverence as Narcissus is turned to a flower.
A flower? You go down to Willow Fall to look for butterflies, butterflies, butterflies. Open your eyes, it's full of surprise. Everyone rises up in the rocks. The musical box. Yes! There's mom and dad, good and bad, and everyone's happy to be here. There's Winston Churchill dressed in rag. He used to be a British flag, plastic man. What a drag! The frog was a prince. The prince was a brick was an egg, the egg was a bird. As you heard, oh, we're happy as fish and gorgeous as geese, wonderfully clean in the morning. We've got everything, we're growing everything. We got some in, we got some out. Got some wild things floating about. Everyone, we're changing everyone. You name them all, we've had them here. And the real stars are still to appear. All sides, feel your body melt. Bump to love, to bad, to dad. Dad to the abyss, dad to the abyss. Around the ball, dad to down, to night, to night. To the washing, to the washing. You're all for the ball. Let me hear you lies, living this up the year. And as you listen to my voice, to look for hidden doors, tidy floors, more applause. You've been here all the time. That could you not, that could you not. You're under the soil, the soil, the soil. It's deep in the soil, the soil, the soil, the soil, the soil, the soil. We'll end with a whistle, end with a bang. All of us within our places.
Okay, so I think that's, first of all, I wasn't expecting a flower. So that was quite amusing, wasn't it? And then we get to what was perhaps the longest flute solo in the piece. Now, I've got my flute here. I just want to see if I can work out some of these notes. Yeah, that's kind of the riff. I was wondering if I was trying to work out if it was a C or a C sharp there, because if he was using a lot of C sharp, which I don't think he was actually, then that would probably help to explain why the sound is quite breathy and airy, because flute players amongst you as will know that C sharp on a flute is not a good note, actually. It tends to come out very whistly. You know, against even the other notes, even if they're a bit whistly. So, but I don't think it was. I think it was more like that. But yeah, again, everything I said before kind of still applies with that. I also noticed at the end there with the different camera angle that he's quite far away from the microphone, the dynamic mic there, and I think that's probably not helping to the fact that you can't really hear this really high in the mix. So if he was perhaps stayed a little bit closer, he moves quite a bit as well, and if he was a little bit closer to the mic, that might have helped. But anyway, we got quite a bit of playing there, didn't we? And yeah, it is what it is. It's quite simple, but if I'm honest, I'm kind of struggling to see what it adds to the texture. There's so many parts going on in this song already, and there's some great stuff, but I'm wondering how the flute really adds to that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts if you've got a different opinion on that. Let's carry on.
From the
got you now, so blue. Hey, my baby, don't you know our love is true? I've been so far from here, far from your loving arms. Now I'm left again. Our baby's gonna work out fine. Can't you feel my soul's ignite? Shedding ever changing colors in the darkness of the fading night. Like a river joins the ocean now as the drama we're finally free to get back home. There's an angel standing in the sun. And he's crying without hope. This is the supper of my mighty one. All the kings has returned to meet his children home, to take them to the new Jerusalem.
Can I just say, how cool would it have been if that light stick at the end had been a flute? Only picked it up, I thought, no, it's not going to be, is it? But oh my God, if that was a flute and there'd just been like an epic flute solo at the end, that would have kind of made it for me. So there we go. That was Supper's Ready by Genesis. I have to admit, I struggled with that a little bit. I struggled with it as a piece as a whole. I probably need to listen to it again. There was some really interesting textures, like I've said, and some interesting harmonies. But overall, I was struggling to see how it hung together. There was a point there where I just really lost the groove as well, and I just couldn't kind of find where I was. I mean, I can see the concept, the light and the dark and things, and that's interesting. I really liked the keyboard playing, and there was some really good guitar playing. Those were the kind of highlights for me. I was waiting for Phil to blast out, to break out there on the kit at the back, but that never happened. And yeah, I think overall, I'm really struggling to see how the flute adds to that. I'm imagining that this was him experimenting a little bit and just maybe having a go with the flute. If anybody knows anything about that or has any more info or any other opinions on that, then please do let me know, because something that I'm really enjoying with these reactions is reading your comments and your reactions, which can be very different to mine, and that's absolutely fine. So just let me know. But I have to say, for me, it's not really looking Flutifull, folks, I'm afraid to say. But there we go. So thank you again, David, for that suggestion. If you do have any suggestions yourself for reactions, things for me to react to, then just check out the form that's posted below. And if you've enjoyed watching this along with me, then do make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more content. So until we meet again in this fabulous virtual world of ours, take care, stay safe, and make sure you stay Flutifull. Thanks, folks. Bye.